Okay, Shalom. All praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem, Rakak Wadash. Double honor to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Salutation, you Akim, to this Christian world of truth and sincerity. Amen. We're approaching some hard times, man. We're approaching the time of Jacob's trouble. You see what's going on throughout the world. We got earthquakes, famines, we got wars, rumors of war. So we're approaching that time. We're approaching the time where Esau about to clamp down. They labeling us as black identity extremists, black nationalists, man. So they labeling us, man. You know why? They're trying to get us off the streets because we pushing that word and it's condemning Esau, the so-called white man, and he don't know what else to do, man. He don't know what else to do but to take us to the streets, man. But to try to take us off the streets and to try to, you know, rid us from speaking this word. So, you know.
Matthew chapter 24. You want me to start, get it to the point, or?
Okay. I mean, when you want to read it?
Okay. So I'll start at verse 3. It says, Matthew chapter 24, verse 3. And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, Tell us, when shall these things be?
And so the Mount of Olives was where a place where they should go and chill and relax, you know what I'm saying? So they should go to the Mount of Olives and you know, preach the word and chill and do what they gotta do. Read.
It says, And what shall be the sign of thy coming and the end of the world? And Yahushua answered and said unto them, Take heed that no man deceive you. It says, For many shall come in my name, saying, I am the anointed, and shall deceive many.
Hey man, so we're going to backtrack. Go to 2nd Ezra 9 and 1 real quick. Read that again, and then go to 2nd Ezra 9 and 1.
It says from the point.
Yeah.
It says.
Shift to the point. Take it.
It says, And Yahushua answered and said unto them, Take heed that no man deceive you. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am the anointed, and shall deceive many.
See, the disciples asked Yahushua, what should be the time where they should look forward to their times, you know what I'm saying? So Yahushua told them, take heed that no man deceive you, you know? And how you do that? By measuring the times, man. By measuring the times diligently, man. Because we're in that time where all hell's going to break loose. We're dealing with a time of martial law, wars and rumors of war. So we're in that time where Yahushua is going to make his grand return, and the destruction of Esau's kingdom is at hand. Read it real quick.
This is 2nd Ezra chapter 9, verse 1. He answered me then and said, Measure thou the time diligently in itself. And when thou seest part of the signs pass.
What is part of the signs? What you see what's going on? Earthquakes, floods, wars, rumors of wars, famine. What you see what's going on in Brazil, what's going on in Venezuela, what's going on in Argentina. These are signs that's showing you that Yahushua is about to come back. You know? And Esau's kingdom is coming to an abrupt end. These are the signs that we should look forward to. That's why it says in the book of 2nd Ezra 9 and 1, measure thou the times diligently in itself. Read.
And when thou seest part of the signs pass, which I have told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made.
And what's part of the signs, man? Wars, rumors of wars, man. Pestilence. Esau creating all kinds of diseases, man, through the CDC. The Center for Disease Control and Prevention. Wars going on in Afghanistan, wars going on in Yemen, wars going on in Libya, wars going on in Iraq, wars going on in Syria. Rumors of wars with North Korea, rumors of war with Iran. These are the things that we should look forward to. Measuring the times, read.
It says, reading on, it says, verse 2, Then thou shalt understand. What, did I read that already?
Read it again.
It says, verse 2, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time when the highest will begin to visit the world which he made.
Then it should be the very same time that you should acknowledge that the Most High Yahweh, while Yahweh Shah, is beginning to visit the world in which he made, man. How's he beginning to visit the world which he made? Through these earthquakes, through volcano eruptions, through famine, which is the lack of bread, the lack of water, which you see going on in Argentina, which you see going on in Brazil, which you see going on in Venezuela, wars and rumors of wars, the wars which you see going on in Yemen, Afghanistan, Iraq, Libya, the rumors of wars, which they're trying to start in North Korea, Iran, the beginning of birth pangs, the beginning of the shit that's going to come to pass, man. Shit hitting the fan. Read.
So it says, therefore when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world.
And we're seeing that now. Earthquakes in Taiwan, earthquakes in Japan, earthquakes in Malaysia, and certain parts of the earth, man. We know that we're at the end. We're at the end of Esau's rulership.
It says, therefore, no, it says, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning.
Hey, hold that and go to Matthew. You know what I'm saying? Matthew 24, 25, verse 5.
Okay.
Or verse 4.
It says, take heed, Matthew chapter 24, verse 4. And Yahweh Shai answered and said unto them, take heed.
Because the disciples asking Yahweh Shai, go with verse 2. You know what I'm saying?
It says, this is Matthew chapter 24, verse 3. And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, tell us, when shall these things be? Or what shall be the sign of thy coming and of the end of the world? It says, and Yahweh Shai answered and said unto them, take heed that no man deceive you.
Hey, take heed that no man deceive you. And the men that's going to deceive the mass people out here, even trying to deceive the very elect, but they ain't gonna be able to, is these false prophets, you know what I'm saying? These camps that's pushing false doctrines, IUIC, ISUPK, GOCC. So now you got this crackpot, Sakari, pushing that Yahweh Shah is a black identity extremist, which is madness, man. What did Yahweh Shah push that, man? We not black men, we Israelites. From our perspective, tribes. Different shades of brown. We are not black, man. My shirt is black, but my sweater is black, man. We got different shades of brown, man. We are not black identity extremists. No, we black nationalists. But you got certain groups of Israelites that claim to know the truth, calling themselves black identity extremists. That's a Sakari. Nigga, you sold out. I never liked you, man. Let me tell you something, you bitch ass nigga. When you came down to the camp of 34th Street and you called the Apostle Tahar a motherfucker, yo man, I wanted to fuck your ass up, man. And that's straight to the point, man. I ain't no gangster, but guess what? I'm nice with mines, bro. I wanted to fuck your ass up, man. I ain't trying to get carnal, but you made me mad by calling the Apostle Tahar a motherfucker. But guess what? I contained my spirit, and I dealt with the spirit, and I just continue on reading. Because I knew, hey man, this dude is off in the spirit, man. So I'm gonna remain spiritual. But guess what, man? By the old way of doing things, man, I want to fuck your tall bitch ass up, man. You ain't got nothing from me, man. Now it's proven that you sold out, man. Now you calling the Israelites black nationalists, black extremists, black identity extremists, man? What the fuck is your problem, man? Fucking sellout. But what you do? Sucked on a couple of nuts of Esau. You sucked on a couple of them old wrinkled ass nuts of Esau, and got a payment. You sucked on some nuts and got a payment from Esau. Me, bro. Fucking nigga.
It's Yahweh Shai speaking. And it's Matthew chapter 5, verse 25. Agree with thine adversary quickly, whilst thou art in the way with him.
Amen. That's talking about when we are in the path of our enemies, man. We gotta agree with them. If Esau come down, if Esau come down, the so-called white man come down with NYPD, we're gonna agree with our adversary because we know that the NYPD is our adversary. So we're gonna agree with them. They tell us to move, we're gonna pack up, we're gonna move. We're not gonna argue with them. We're gonna agree with them. But that has nothing to do with selling out, man, to the Rosicrucians or the international bankers and taking that purse for the FRNs, which is worthless, man, and selling out your own people. And you niggas got a fucking history of doing that shit, man.
It says, agree with thine adversary quickly, whilst thou art in the way with him, lest at any time the adversary deliver thee to the judge.
Hey, man, getting locked up, put in the tombs, getting fed cold, stale-ass bologna sandwiches, which is 10 days old. We don't want to go through that shit. So we're going to agree with our adversaries, and they say leave, we're going to leave. We're going to pack up, we're going to leave, but guess what? Persecuted in one part of the land, you go to another part of the land, and you spread the word, man.
That's something.
Yeah, bro.
And this right here proves that Yahweh Shai was not a black identity extremist. Okay, because why? Because he was against, our people getting carnal, man. All right, because it wasn't that time yet. Like the scriptures say, vengeance belongs to the Lord. So we got to be patient. We got to wait for the Lord to give us the green light. Anytime Israel went to war, we had to wait for the Most High to tell us to do it, man. So nobody in our great millstone is pushing to violence against the so-called white man.
All right, guess what? You got the Sakari movement out there pushing that black identity movement, and it is deceiving the people. Take heed that no man deceive you, man. Give me the name of this lesson. Take heed that no man deceive you. And you got a lot of Israelites out there, so-called Israelites out there that know they're Israelites, that's deceiving the people, man. Such as IUIC, ISUPK, GOCC, and now the Sakari movement, man. And you go back into the history, the Sakari goes back to the Roman Empire, man, during the time of 70 AD, along with the Zealots, man. Hey, man, read, bro.
This is Matthew chapter 24. Can I jump to the point now?
Yeah, bro.
This is Matthew chapter 24, verse 8. It says, all these are the beginning of sorrows. Then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted.
All these are the beginning of sorrows. What's the beginning of sorrows? Being persecuted, being demonized, being called pedophiles, rapists, black nationalists, black identity extremists. All these are the beginnings of sorrows, man, until they deliver you up, man. Because Esau is going to roll on us, man. You got to put yourself in that mind frame where you know Esau, the so-called white man, is going to roll on you, man. Hey, man, you got to have that mindset that you know that Esau, the so-called white man, is going to roll on you, man. What you going to do? What you going to do? Put your faith in Yahweh Shai, or succumb and fall out because Esau's going to roll on you, man. I put my faith in Yahweh Shai, man. Man, fuck you, Esau. Do what you got to do, man. Come at me, man. Fuck you. My faith is in the Lord Yahweh Shai. What you going to do, man? If the Lord's with us, who could be against us, man? Read.
It says, then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted, and shall kill you.
Then shall we be delivered up and be afflicted. How we going to be delivered up? Snatched up, tortured to a concentration camp. Those that's a part of the elect, that's selected to be martyrs or to go through the trial tribulations, man. Because they tell you in the book of Revelations that some gonna be beheaded for the word of the Most High, man. So you're gonna have men that gonna get put to death for this word. The same thing happened in the ancient world is gonna happen again, man. The same men coming back gotta fulfill their lot. Read.
And it says, and shall kill you, and ye shall be hated of all nations.
Amen. Slack, read again, slack it, bro.
It says, and ye shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake.
Amen. Because every nation under the sun hate the Israelites, man. But they consider us Negroes, Hispanics, Native Americans. But guess what? They know our true identity. But they ain't gonna tell you. That's how much they hate you. Because once you know your true identity, you're gonna be risen above them. And they don't want that, man. Once you know your true identity, and you know you're an Israelite from your respective tribes, you know that now you know you're above them, the rest of, you're above Esau, which is ruling, and also the rest of the nations, man. And they don't want that, man. So they're going to keep you blind to who you really are, man. But guess what? The Most High is raising up his elect, the tabernacles of David, the first fruits of the sons of Israel, man. So fuck you crackers, man. Fuck you goddamn rest of you nations, man. Read.
It says, and then shall many be offended, and shall betray one another.
Hey, man. There should many be offended. You can have men that may fall out, and they're gonna betray one another, man. How they gonna betray one another? You can have certain men that's gonna snitch and go to the authorities about what's our thing about us, man. And all we doing is pushing the word of Yahweh Shah, man. We not advocating violence. We pushing the true word and the true doctrine of Yahweh Shah, man. That's all we doing, man. Teaching these scriptures, man. That's all we doing. We're not advocating violence. So you're gonna have certain men that's gonna sell out to Esau, thinking they're on the winning side, thinking that they got some kind of brownie points, and they're gonna sell out their own brethren, man.
It says, and then shall many be offended, and shall betray one another, and shall hate one another.
And that's going on now, man, with the rape doctrine. That's going on with not only the rape doctrine, but you got the reincarnation. So you got different doctrines out there that's offending certain brothers, man. Or should I say certain men, not brothers, because they were brothers, they know the true doctrine of Yahweh Shah. They will understand reincarnation. They will understand the scriptures pertaining to rape. They will understand that. Because that's throughout the scriptures, man. Read.
It says, and many false prophets shall rise, and shall deceive many.
And many false prophets shall rise during the end times and shall deceive many. ISUPK, IUIC, GOCC, the Sakari movement, all false prophets deceiving the masses, man. You know why? They're deceiving the masses because those that are being deceived, hey man, the deceiver and the deceived are the Most High. The Most High have it, whereas these group of men are deceiving the masses, man. Because the deceiver, which are the GOCC, ISUPK, GOCC, the Sakari movement, they set up to deceive the masses. The Most High have them set up, man. Hey, the deceiver and the deceived are the Most High, Yahweh Shah, man. Dig that, man. Dig that, man. Dig that shit. Read.
It says, and because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold.
Because sin shall abound, which is iniquity, the love of many shall wax cold, man. Men not giving a fuck about their brethren, man. And that's what you see going on throughout these false camps out here, man, that they got set up, you know what I'm saying? The true men of the Most High belong to GMS, man. I'm gonna make that bold statement. The true men of the Most High is GMS, from the apostles of Har on down to the men and the elders and the men that's teaching this word on Harvest and the Bowers, putting videos up, man, week in and week out, man. That's the true men of the Most High. You got something you want to say, bro?
It says, but he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved.
But he that shall endure to the end, men that's a part of the elect, of the hopeful elect. Abba Ratazah, meaning this brother here, and the rest of the men, and the rest of the Akim and Great Millstone is a part of the elect. As long as we are doing to the end, hey man, we have some kind of deliverance, man. Before we close it out. One more scripture before we close it out. One more scripture before we close it out.
This is Romans chapter 12, verse 1. It says, I beseech you therefore, brethren, by the mercies of the Most High, that ye present your bodies a living sacrifice.
And how we present our bodies a living sacrifice? Coming out in the highways and the byways, man. Pushing this world, man, out, open to the elements, man. Hey, man, how we open to the elements? We subject to arrest from NYPD. We subject to ridicule. We subject to be violently attacked. So that's a living sacrifice, man. Presenting our bodies a living sacrifice for Yahweh Yahweh Shah. Even though we know that Yahweh Yahweh Shah have a hedge about us, we're not going to be destroyed. We're not going to be attacked. We're not going to be hurt. Because the angels have a hedge about us, man. But still, we present our bodies as a living sacrifice, man, for Yahweh Yahweh Shah, man. Got some more?
Yeah, it says, holy, acceptable unto the Most High, which is your reasonable service.
True and acceptable. Because the word holy means true. True and acceptable to the Most High, which is our reasonable service, man. Out here on the highways and the byways, man. Pushing this world, man. In truth and in sincerity. Seeking the hope for the elect, man. That's our job. We are commended throughout the sleet, the rain, and the snow. Through the blistering heat, we are commanded to come out here and teach the word of the Most High, Yahweh Yahweh Shah, man. That's the whole duty of us coming out here, man. To gather the hopeful elect, man. That's our job, man. So with that, we're going to give all praise once again to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem, Rakak Wadash. And double honors once again to the apostles and elders of the Great Millstone. Salutation, you Akim, that's teaching this word of truth and sincerity. Abba Ratazah, you Akim out there was edified. And with that, Shalom.
Shalom.
We're almost out this bitch.